be a little bit better, as in. Hey everybody, Johan Bester here from Charisma Performing Arts. Welcome to another analysis video of a singer on America's Got Talent recently. But before we go there, please let me remind you that I have a Patreon page for my company. I'll put the link in the description. Please consider going there, especially if you are someone who is serious about your voice. If you want to improve the effective use of your voice, if you want to become more powerful, more impactful, even in your communication, maybe you're a speaker or a teacher who relies heavily on your voice for what you do as a profession, or maybe you're a singer, or you lead a team or whatever, then definitely do go to the Patreon page and check it out. There's exclusive content there, only for people who become patrons and sign up. Because I found that over the last few years that all the serious voice stuff that I put in on the YouTube channel, it's only for a smaller audience. So I decided that small audience, I know that they love and appreciate the stuff that we do here. And I'm sure they'd be willing to go there to a Patreon page or a platform like that and support the work, because they feel like they get something very useful out of it. Yeah, so please check it out. So today we're going to look at this guy, Sam Cieri, I think is his name. He introduces himself in the clip, but he performs as Nicotine Dolls when he puts out music. I think he's part of a band as well. So yeah, I saw that there were lots and lots of views on this America's Got Talent clip, and I checked it out. I thought it was interesting to talk about this guy, just what he's like, what he seems like on stage, how he performs, and especially how he uses his voice. So let's check it out. And then I have to get my headphones.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
So, what's your name?
Sam Cieri. My name is Sam Cieri. I put music out as Nicotine Dolls.
Where are you from?
I live in New Jersey.
Tell me why you come on the show, Sam, please.
I came here because I've been making music my entire life, and like a month ago was the first month that I ever actually paid my bills or anything with making music, and that's really cool. And thank you.
Good. Wow. And did you have a normal job before you were making music?
Before this job, I cleaned houses and I painted houses.
Yep.
And I wasn't very good at the second one. I'm fantastic at cleaning houses. But the second one, if you're watching, I'm sorry that I did that to your house.
I just want to say, what a likable person, right? So, I don't know, with the editing, when they produce these clips, I don't know that it's always the actual audience in the actual moment, clapping, screaming, responding. I think there's a lot of production going on there. But there are many clips where you can clearly see that the audience is genuinely in the moment responding to a person. So why do some people, when they come out, before they even say something, or within the first few lines that they speak, people just respond to them? Well, I don't think it's a simple answer, but charismatic people have that effect on audiences, right? On other people. I think this guy is pretty charismatic. He just stands there. He's very unassuming. He's confident. He's got a very strong personality. He comes across strong and confident. And he seems very real as well. And of course, I go on about being real a lot, because if you are real, you connect to people. I love this saying. One of my favorite leadership coaches that I follow, a guy by the name of Craig Rochelle. He has this little slogan that he made up that says, "People will rather follow a leader who is always real than one who is always right." Yeah, and that is how I connect with people, by trying to be real. And this guy is real. So I think that's why the people connect to him. You can see the response in the judges, even in their faces. They're like, Heidi's like bright eyes and whatever. And yeah, he's attractive. Not in a superficial sense. There's something attractive about him, and he speaks very plainly. And I think it's nice. So when I saw that, I thought, oh, I'm interested to hear this guy sing.
What's the big dream?
The dream is to be a musician, and that's my job, and that's what I do every day, and it self-sustains. Like, I'm gonna be creative, and that's gonna be my job, you know?
Okay. The good news is you're here.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you, guys.
And this is hopefully going to be your moment.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love the fact he's in a band, but it's only him. He's the star.
Talk to me. She wants to know what's left inside that's tearing me up into the pieces on the floor. You see, I don't have an answer for you now. Stick around, I'll find a reason. Tell me what makes you stop. Tell me what makes you stop.
Oh, amazing!
Tell me what makes you sad. Oh, tell me what makes you sad. I wouldn't break your heart. If I was you, I'd fall apart next to this beating, bruising arm on a wall in a room no one wants to walk in. You leave me hanging and hoping. Whoa, tell me what makes you sad. Tell me what makes you sad. You said, tell me what makes you sad. Tell me what makes you sad.
Okay, so I think you can see the surprise on the judges' faces and some of the audience when he starts singing. And I think that the surprise is that the way that he uses his voice when he sings is so different to the way he uses his voice when he speaks. I don't think necessarily people are so blown away by the amazingness of the way he sings, but more by the fact that it's so different to what they expected, right? And so there's something to say about that. Me personally, I don't love it when people sound so different when they sing as opposed to the way they sound when they speak. Because what that means is there are two different actions for the muscles here that create the sound. Now, if you're a good singer, if you're someone who has really good control of your muscles and your facility here, then of course you can make many different kinds of sounds. And you can, it's a creative expression. So it depends on the song, it depends on the style, it depends on the artistic persona that you want to portray. Then of course you can use your voice in different ways. But I would have preferred to hear him sing in his real voice, because the sound that he produces is not his best, real, authentic sound. I'm sorry, I think some people will disagree, but I feel strongly about that. In my role as an educator, as a coach, I always first want to get my singers to a place where they can make their own best, most natural and authentic sound. And then there can be application, but you've got to be careful, because I don't know if you noticed, but when it went really high, the high A, né? Tell me what, up there. Did you see the veins popping in his neck? And he was sort of straining, he was sort of leaning, pulling like this. That's not good. That's tension. Now, on the flip side of that, there are people who have been singing like that for decades and have had a successful career. So who am I, Johan Bester in South Africa, to say that's not right? I'm not saying it's not right. I'm saying it's not the most healthy, best way to produce a sound, especially not sustained throughout the whole song. And I don't know, I haven't checked this guy out, but I don't know if all his songs sound like that. If this is the sound that, Nicotine dolls have. If it is, I'd be concerned for his longevity, for his ability to continue to sing like this for many years and have a career. Yeah, so that's my 2 cents on that. But obviously the people in the room felt something. Again, we talk about that a lot as well at Idols and The Voice and AGT and whatever. You and I watching it on a screen, we don't have the same experience as the people in the room. Because there's an energy in the room. That person's energy on the stage is felt in the room in a way that it cannot be felt on a screen. So maybe there's something even more special that I just cannot see that make people respond like this. I think people are more surprised with the sound than anything else. I think this guy is musically gifted for sure. His intonation is, everything about how he approaches the song and the music is very musically sensitive and instinctive. I just wish it would have been his own sound, at least for parts of the song. But let's see what the judges said. Before I continue, 2 things, which is really one thing that I really don't like about what he did, was in the beginning, and he was sort of, like I said, unassuming and sort of very just almost awkward when the guy came up with the stand and said, move back, and he was like, oh my gosh. But then he was like, he did a face and thumbs, and then the music started playing, or after the music started playing. And then at the end, he finishes this very emotional song, and while people are still in the moment, he goes like this. Again. That's really not good stagecraft. You shouldn't do that. When you perform, you're trying to create an illusion. You're trying to bring people into a moment, into a story, into an emotion. Don't break it by snapping out of it before people are out of it. Before people are out of it. Before the audience snapped out of it. Don't you snap out of it. If you finish that song, make you sad. Just hold it as long as people will hold it. That creates a much more powerful moment. But anyway.
Wow. Heidi.
I mean, if Rod Stewart and John Mayer had a baby,
Those are my parents.
just like,
That's
what?
hilarious.
I mean, special.
Thank you very much.
Very, very special, boys.
Thank you.
It was so different and sexy. And you know what? I think this is your moment, Sam.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You know what's great, Sam, is that it was really authentic. You were very honest with us as well. We got to know you really quickly, and it was like you swallowed a great singer. Because, the way you talk, it's like there's somebody else in you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, I know how this is going to go, but we've got to do it. Heidi.
I mean, you're really special. Yes, 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 yes,
Thank
yes,
you.
yes, yes.
Sophia.
Yes, 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 yes.
You got 3 yeses, you're through to the next round.
What was that? That was adorable.
Okay, so I agree with what Heidi said. You're very special. I think the guy is special. I like him a lot. But he must get rid of this. He really must get rid of that. But from a vocal point of view, or in all seriousness, my advice to him, to Sam, would be sing in your normal voice. And sometimes use a different kind of sound. In some songs, or in some parts of a song. Maybe you think, oh, there you are, that's what he did. He used his voice in a song like that. I don't know. It's just like, be careful. Be careful of singing in that way, because it seems and it sounds like it could be straining. And if you keep putting pressure like that on your vocal folds consistently, day in and day out, especially if he ends up having a career, where this is his heart's desire, right, to have a career. He just said that. Man, yeah. Speaking about Rod Stewart, only heaven knows how he has been singing for all these years, making a sound like that. So how can I say it's wrong or it's not going to last? Because there's Rod Stewart, and it lasted, and it's his sound, it's his authentic sound. He speaks like that. I'm not a medical professional, but I don't think that's healthy working of the muscles. Yet he's been singing for, I don't know, 50 years. So this is just my opinion. I think I would love to hear Sam here sing a ballad in a beautifully connected, natural sound, because I think that would be even more effective. That's just me. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I'm so glad you spent the time with me today. And until we do that again, please take care of yourself.